Hey guys, Rob out here at ImAlwaysInHotWater.com. Please bear with me, my voice is a little scratchy today. Asking you guys to please be patient and strap in. I don't know if I'm going to do this in 2 videos or 1, kind of like in a documentary fashion. But I'm going to try and cover all the bases. I'm running my GoPro in HD up top. Hopefully I've got it positioned correctly and in HD to make sure I got all the bases covered in case one camera fails. Where the other one can fill in. If you want, watch both videos. One's going to obviously have a little bit clearer picture, and I'm going to try and get as quick as possible. What we have out here is built out in 1996 by Allied Atlantic Marine Inc., a 70-foot catamaran whose name is Typhoon, and it was put into service approximately 01-02, which we're just going to call it mid-year 01, documented as expected under the hull ID call letters ATP, and there were a few of these sold about 10 or 15 years ago, and their listing price was $3.4 million. Now, as I walk through, and I'm going to try and give you guys as much information as possible. Obviously I can fill in the caps via phone and the pictures and so on and so forth. This was is being sold actually by the owner of Allied Atlantic, the builder, and actually the captain of this vessel. And it is being liquidated. And as far as that goes, the design of this vessel was actually conceived off of a smaller version of Steve Fawcett's PlayStation from years ago. In fact, they built that as well. And, this is where this was conceived. There was 2 or 3 of them built, it's my understanding. This vessel is being liquidated as is. Everything on it, everything goes in the condition she is in. And the seller's health is failing. I was called in by a friend to help out, and that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to do my best to just convey what I see. I'm not a surveyor, I'm not a mechanic, but for those of you that know and are looking for this type of vessel and are familiar, you will see the diamond in the rough that I see and the value. In fact, it's my assessment with the investment of the vessel and refurbishing, some cosmetic work, a little cleaning, and some mechanical stuff. You can double or triple your investment, unless I'm just completely way off base. Another quick note: some of the mast is up in Charleston, not on site, and we also have a trailer which I'll have pictures at the end of the video, at the end of the picture set, that will everything goes. That's all I'm saying. The mainsail, the jib, all in its original bagging, and in fact has never even been touched, as is most of what is on this vessel. I'm not going to go all the way around because that's going to make the video longer, but I'm just going to walk through. My guess is I'll be up at about 20 minutes by the time I get done. So if you guys bear with me, for the first couple people that see this, I will take the shakiness out in editing. She was dived on probably about 3 or 4 months ago. Twin Yanmar, 100 horsepower, turbo, intercooled, 575 hours. No one is going to concede, no one is going to argue the fact she needs a cleaning, but really that's about it as far as it. They don't let the dirt or the vessel been sitting. Like I said, the seller's in ill health and cannot physically maintain. And since he made the decision to liquidate, as you guys can see, you will have some cosmetic stuff, as you would on most of these vessels, to take care of. Once again, also get a surveyor, get a mechanic, and I'm not going to talk, I'm just kind of giving you guys information so you're walking through with me so you can see what I'm looking at and what's in front of me. The engines themselves, the last time they were cranked and run was 2 years ago. The vessel has been sitting here for 5 to 6 years. The engines turn, nothing's locked up, and the seller tells me that when a mechanic was out and went through it, he could have this vessel up and running in a day or 2. So that was not told to me, but just to kind of forward information to you. You are not dealing with a project here. It will be your personal project, but it's not a project boat, at least in my evaluation. You guys take a look. You got a 70-foot mainsail on this. Never been used, never been put up. This vessel has been, I took these covers off so you guys can see, has never been put up, and in fact a lot of things on this vessel have never been used, and there is so much good. This is a treasure trove of stuff. I mean, if you take a look at what I'm looking at, and I'm just calling it as I see it, once again, not a mechanic or a surveyor, you guys can see water heaters, wiring, clamps, everything in very, very, very good condition. A lot of the functions and items on this vessel have never even been run or run very lightly. In fact, from what I understand, the seller who has been using the vessel up until recently, up until the last couple of years, I bet you the genset doesn't even have 50 hours on, maybe 100. You guys will see what I'm talking about as I get down here. Basically, what he said is, you know, they went back and forth, used to go back and forth from Florida to Maryland, and you know, they would just shore power it from port to port. Look at that. I mean, this is this stuff was put in, you know, between, let's say, 96 and 02, built out in 96 but not in service. All right, there's the air system, never been run. The onboard air conditioning system has never been used. Here's your genset. I'm trying to give you guys, just so you can see, I'm trying to show you value here. You guys just take a look. I'm trying to do, you know, if you kind of came on board and you were thinking, whoa, what in the world's going on with this thing? All right, let me pop on out. It's really hot out here. At least we got a nice breeze going on. Okay. Kind of give you guys a, like I said, owned by the builder, the captain, the seller, all the same person. Being liquidated with everything. There is a trailer up in the parking lot worth probably between $10,000 to $20,000 worth of tools, fittings, everything you would need. He kept everything, books, lighting up top actually would pop right up over in there and there. Everything you would need. You want to talk, basically I'm just going to say hoarding. Let's just go with that. And like I said, all this will clean up. I know we're all not really concerned with that. There's your Yanmar. 574.7 hours since last run on port, and 575.4. So you got about 1 hour more on starboard. And let's just pop up. I don't want to take off this plastic. From what I understand, the seating is in excellent condition. Controls, there will be your compass, you know, more of your controls. Everything's been covered up. All right. Just trying to give you guys a visual look, not professing to sit here and go, I know this vessel inside and out. I will tell you, you know, the structure itself, other than fiberglass, vacuum bagged Nitacor all the way through. Just outstanding. I'm just trying to give you guys a walkthrough so you can see it as I see it. Oh God, I hope this thing is recording correctly. All right. Bad weather, here's where you'd be. Now, obviously you're gonna update electronics and update controls and things along that line, but the bones and the lines, everything is here. If you guys can see that air conditioning unit, just for another example, this air conditioning unit here with this system has never even been wired up. And it's like that for a lot of what's going on here. The seller just, you know, basically said, you know, use the vessel. Now, I know it's a mess in here. You know, it was lived aboard for a few years, but as you can see, everything goes. Pens, paper, flashlights, old water bottles, pictures, bells. Actually, he used portable air conditioning units all through the vessel instead of using. They all go. He just felt like when he finally did decide to sell it, which would have been years ago, and he never did, that he didn't want anything being stressed or used to keep the value of the vessel up. In here, in the office area, these are all manuals, everything on this vessel. File cabinets, records, supplies, mapping. And what I did is I kept some stuff popped up. You guys can see, in addition to all the tools, and the trailer is full of the tools, all for the mast and everything you'll need. You know, I mean, every clamp, every ring, anything you'd need for this vessel is on this vessel. Obviously, you know, not everything, because there's going to be stuff. So let me just keep walking through. This is going to be your Starboard Yanmar. And that is actually, believe it or not, that is a ZF Micro Commander. And those of you familiar with those, you know, years ago and still, you know, very, very nice systems. Just go through. I just trying to show you guys a little of the shaft. You know, and as you walk through, I'm trying to give you spatial recognition. There are just so many parts and things on this vessel. Everything goes. I could probably part the vessel out and just go there. I mean, extra controls. You guys can see the plumbing. Everything is just in such nice shape. But then again, you know, and we have a situation, because keep in mind, it is being sold as is where it sits with everything. So if this is an investment you want to get into, that's great news. If you want to get this vessel running, you can do it right on site. If you want it surveyed, it will have to be towed up to Charleston, and I'll get into that in a minute. Let's just take a quick walk through as you move forward on the starboard side. Here we go. Blueprints. Washer dryer. God, it looks, I don't even, maybe they look brand new. All right, now I'm going to just keep moving. Just trying to give you guys a feel. I think this is, like I said, a treasure trove. You know, don't get me wrong, at an asking price, I mean, it's not small change, but I do believe for the right person, this is going to be outstanding. You know, refurbish it. This vessel was designed for racing, but has been used as a cruiser. Okay, now just keep in mind, as far as for survey, now you can put the boat under contract, buy the boat, get it surveyed, you know, however you want to do it. But she's sitting right where she's at. The seller will not be conveying anything other than exactly as what I'm saying and you're seeing. If you want to, you know, get the engines up and running, invest to see what you got to put into it once it's under contract, that's great. There's going to be 4 sets with brackets and everything you need for each inside where it's going to be, where it would have to be lifted out. The facilities for that are not available in this area. Just so you know. My guess is you just buy the boat as is, get it up and running, and take it to where you need to go and get to work. But then again, you're the one investing. Let's take a quick look. You guys just looking in. There's just so much. There's going to be where another one of your brackets are going to be for haul out. Let's just see if we can pop this open. Storage. Even storage areas are clean. Look. You guys can see where the mast's not even touched. The bathroom area. Showers. Should be 4 and 4. All the specs will be up on the site. I'm trying to give you as much information as possible. Keep in mind too, there's just so many little things. Even here, if you're out and you run into a jam and you break one of the windows, you got covers where you can put on and in. For what I understand, extremely very little leaking, as these are glassed in past the point. I see a diamond in a rough here. In the rough. Too many videos today. And, you know, we're going to take this one as it comes. Port Yanmar. Ooh, sorry. Just so you can see. I would, basically me, I'd probably empty out the vessel. A dishwasher, stove, overhead range, microwave. I don't know if that. Oh, that's actually a toaster broiler, fridge, and your galley area here, basically overall, and secondary quarters. Just all of this goes with the vessel. Bit me up top. All right, let's go on back here real quick, and let's just take a quick look. I want to show you guys as much as I can. Down in there. Here we go. Another ZF. Let's see if we can see your shaft over here. Okay. Another fridge. Actually, here is a freezer. As was told to me, there is enough room in the freezer, the covers are right here, to make a trip to England. That's basically how big it is. The only thing about the freezer is the actual unit was never installed to actually use it. So that would be something you might want to do. And I don't know if you can see here, trying to get as much light as I can in here. Probably can't see. I mean, wiring, everything through the vessel just looks absolutely outstanding. Brand new turret. You see these right here? Never touched. These compressors. Just look at that. So you got the bones, the lines, more supplies, more O-rings, more gaskets. Being that the builder and owner of the vessel basically loaded up the vessel for here we go. Any situation on the fly. I'm trying to show you clamps to, in breaking down, which we all know happens, that everything is on board. So you have everything probably twofold on this vessel, obviously, other than your main components. The diver went down too. He turned the rudders, and you got just a real good situation here, I think. I don't know. Like I said, we're putting this in the marketplace. The seller is failing in health, and what we're trying to do here is just get it moved out. Once again, 70-foot catamaran known as Typhoon, designed for racing, has been used as a cruiser. You guys, just take a look so you can see how clean. The whole wiring and everything through the vessel that I can get to is in the same condition. And I do want to point something else out. The builder of this vessel, has done everything from submarines on up. So, and clearly is OCD. Take a look. Nothing. 99.9% no solder. Everything wired directly. And if you guys can see right there, just on that alone, that's just high quality. All right. You got to put your knee in the bottom, and then it locks. 18 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. 1996 build out, 70-foot catamaran. Sits where it is. Everything is being conveyed in the sail right down to where I will show you inside the trailer, as is. I've gone over points on survey, what would need to be done, and where we would kind of go from there. The vessel could be worked on here. There are mechanics locally that would love to get on those Yanmars and get them cranked up. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick, just kind of want to get up over there. I'm going to go now. I'm not going to video, but I'm going to take pictures of the trailer and what's inside, and then we can kind of start from there. Anyway, Rob out here at ImAlwaysInHotWater.com with the Typhoon 70-foot catamaran. Built out in 1996 by Allied Atlantic Marine Inc. Sailed and owned and being sold by the actual president and owner and builder. I hope this video helped you guys out. Rob at ImAlwaySinHotWater.com, signing off.